within the IDZ and with what you guys are doing in Gauteng, does the concept of trade agreements ever come up among the tenants in the IDZ and about conversations about exporting? Is it a visible thing?
All right, thank you so much, and good morning once again to everybody. So the short answer is yes. I think by their nature, SEZs are intended to enhance exports, and that is the goal of the Special Economic Zone program, that it will enhance production and export of products from South Africa, whether it's beneficiated minerals, and I know we'll have that discussion, or just other products that we wish to add value to export from South Africa. The idea being that if you do that, you enhance efficiencies, or at least the abilities of the country to produce goods, and by extension create jobs, promote growth, etc., etc. So from an SEZ perspective, yet again, looking back to the program, it comes with its own incentives. And again, those incentives in their nature are intended to enhance exports. So you will find, for instance, that you will exempt the VAT, you will relax the duties for imports of production-related material. You will have the employment tax incentive that is really an extension of the youth subsidy, if you will. All in all, really intending to reduce the cost of production. And by so doing, allow South African producers to be more competitive when they export. Of course, the trade agreements in their nature add to that, because once you have all these SEZ incentives, if you can add another layer, absolutely. But the issue made is valid, that more often than not, people don't understand these trade agreements. They don't understand how to access the benefits of the trade agreements. So it's one thing to know about the trade agreements, it's another to effectively access them and get benefits from them. Specific to our SEZ, at least the first phase, which has been focused very much on mineral beneficiation, of course, and appreciating that AGOA may not necessarily be a trade agreement, but it does promote trade with the US, so that does come up. But then again, as you know, with AGOA, it comes with its own requirements that are coming out of the US. It's extended to countries, but it's also extended to countries based on, if you will, the requirements of the US itself and how it sees you know, particular products being part of the AGOA regime. There's been a lot of talk about poultry, and we've had those fights with the US, but certainly from a metals perspective, the auto sector, which is not necessarily part of our zone, but generally we accept that South Africa is a huge exporter of vehicles into the US market. There have been benefits from the AGOA regime. Benefits from the metals, benefits from jewelry. Jewelry accounts for a very little percentage that is benefiting from AGOA, but certainly those benefits are there.
I've always thought about AGOA as a so-called gift from the US, and if you use too much of the gift, then they take the gift away.
Or if they feel that perhaps you're doing something that makes you unworthy of the gift.
Play according to my rules, or you don't get the gift.
Yeah. And that's what AGOA is, yes.